Hello mamas, it's Des Essien and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to just go over a quick little trick that I use to help my daughter, who is 4th grade, really on her writing level is at 7th grade now, which is amazing by God's grace. But one thing that helped me get her to that level was to incorporate things that she really enjoyed and cared about. So one thing with homeschool, it gives you a lot of freedom to do unconventional lessons. It's not all about just opening a book and being at your desk and just reading and going through the mechanics of things, or it's very important. You do have to have those times where you're learning just core technique and principles for different subjects, yes, but you should also make sure you are intentional about making time for incorporating things that they're really interested in, so that you give them an opportunity to enjoy learning and they start to explore and innovate and really take on the lesson versus letting you just teach them something. So, how did I get my daughter to enjoy writing? Everyone's not going to agree with this. I'm just giving you a tip on what I've done. My daughter, we don't watch a lot of TV, actually not much, and they do it on the weekends. If they've reached their goals, which we would go over in another video. But one thing that I know, I'm very involved and I know what show she likes. So let's say she likes Sister, right? She loves this show, which is an old school show. She also likes videography. She likes videos and directing things and a whole bunch of stuff. So how did I get her to want to write? So let's say we were doing our section, this actually was an example. We were doing comparison writing, right? And you know, the book had dry, boring examples. I don't blame her. It was like, okay, I'll finish the lesson. But it wasn't fun. It wasn't exciting. So what I did was I used her favorite show. And you have to have some knowledge, mama, on what that is. So just dig into your kid and figure out like what they like, kind of start to study them and see what excites them. And don't ask them, because it takes away from the fun of it, right? But like, you kind of do a little bit of research on your own. So I told her to go to the show's catalog and we were looking at it on Netflix. And she picked an episode. I said, which one is your favorite episode? And she picked it, right? And I said, now babe, this is what your writing assignment for the week will be. You're gonna turn in a paper by the end of the week. The paper has to be a full essay, at least 5 paragraphs, and you're gonna write it out. It has to be grammatically correct. You're gonna go through the entire writing process. So you're gonna do your draft, you're gonna do your edit, you're gonna do your final draft, like you're gonna go through the whole process. You're actually also gonna do your idea, bubbles, and everything. This is a full-on paper. Okay. I said, but I want you to watch an episode of Sister first. She was like, what? I said, yeah. I want you to watch an episode of Sister. Now, our paper is gonna be a comparison paper. You're gonna be comparing 2 characters in Sister to each other, right? That's one example. Another time I had her compare herself to a character. So that caused her to kind of reflect on herself, some of the things that she does and some of the things she likes, and she was able to identify with the character. So we did that also, right? That's the basis of the paper. And so from there, she took that and she did her idea bubbles, and we went through that practice. And then she went through writing the paragraphs, and she did her first draft. She had to go through and look for grammatical errors and citation. She had to do all that stuff, right? And then she turned in her final paper at the end of the week. From there, you've done so much. First of all, you made it, it wasn't boring, okay? Nothing should be boring at this point. And if it is, figure out a way to make it fun. Because like, just think about what you want to do in school. You want it to be fun. She's remembering this. right? Because she's like, we did. So she's talking to her friends. What'd you guys do on remote learning? Oh, we did the racing, the paragraphs, and blah, blah, blah. What'd you do? Oh, I did a report on Sister Sister, episode 348. Like, she was so excited. And it was fun. It was fun to read how she associated. There's so much you get from it. Like, you can read how they associate with the things that they're interested in, like how they see themselves in it, how they receive the information. If you are on top of it, right? You did research, because you don't want them just doing anything. And you look at this episode, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna say, okay, I like that this character acts this way or that way. This gives you insight of what they're doing, and you're turning it into something that they really enjoy. So that is my little tip. It's really easy. You can do this with anything they like. I mean, it could be video games, it could be comic book characters, it could be anything. It's endless. But you take that and you can make that a writing assignment. It's very simple. You want to throw some vocabulary in there, you can also do, and I'll do another video on what we do with vocabulary, but you can also make them use certain vocabulary words in the essay, right? You can make them type it after they write it, right? It's just so much you can do. So I hope this was helpful for you, mamas. I hope that you start to look at things a little bit differently. It doesn't have to be traditional. If you want it to be, great. But I'm not. So, it doesn't have to be traditional. I make sure that I give them their core principles of what they should be learning. And we just enforce it and we practice those same things we learned the first day or the first time of that unit. And we incorporate the fun into it. We take what the book gives us, we do it, and then we make it we make it exciting. And we make it something that we both enjoy. So I hope this helped. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this little trick. I hope it helps you. Bye.